I declare the congregation open. Members of the university, guests, but most especially those of you graduating here today, it is a wonderful pleasure to be able to welcome you all in person on this very special occasion. The particularly observant among you will notice, perhaps, that I am not the Chancellor, the Right Honourable Alan Milburn, who would normally have been presiding at this ceremony. He, very sadly, has had to attend to a family emergency. And so you've got me. I'm Andy Schofield, I'm the Vice-Chancellor, and it's a great pleasure for me, at least, to be able to welcome you, even if it's a disappointment to you that you don't get Alan. It is a fantastic opportunity for me, though, to be able to welcome you and to recognise the wonderful celebration that a graduation is. It's a time to reflect. There are times in the ceremony to be solemn, but above all, this is a celebration. And as we welcome Lancaster University graduands, and it's a process of transition, you will have come into this room as a graduand, but you will exit it as a graduate. I am particularly struck that in the almost 60 years of the history of this great university, there has never been a generation of graduands assembled who've collectively been through so much in their education to reach this point. Let me remind you of some of that. Yours is a generation who were, perhaps, if you remember, the first experimental cohort of GCSE new gradings. You were the first people to experience a lockdown and then have your A-levels cancelled, your grades algorithmically assigned, and university places then offered, only for your grades to be revisited and places to be offered at university all over again. And you arrived here at Lancaster to multiple cycles of lockdown, sporadic industrial action, COVID-imposed restrictions, a blend of blended learning, and so much more. It's a miracle that you're here today. Congratulations. And I should say, of course, what I've just reflected on there is the experience of UK-based undergraduates. Because, of course, today we are graduating PhD students who went through their research under those circumstances. International students, people who committed to come over to Lancaster, over to the UK, away from all, perhaps, that they knew and their family and friends who would have been supporting them. You all here have been challenged in different ways. But let's not look back, let's look forward, because in rising to overcome those challenges, I hope and I am confident that you will have developed the resilience to grab hold of your futures. And this stage is a celebration of that, of the future. And those of you who've come from near and far to support our graduands today, I'm sure with me and with my colleagues on the stage, you want to salute the achievements that we see before us here today and celebrate with those who we are graduating, their astounding ability to overcome. And I'm saying this in two respects. One, with the personal conviction of being a member of staff through that time, but also identifying with a number of you in the room, I suspect, who are parents who are coming to support your children. For my youngest son is also part of that 2023 graduating cohort this year. So I've watched those struggles as a parent and am equally proud, as I'm sure you are, of our children's achievement. Though in my case, he was not lucky enough to go to Lancaster University. Our celebration today is for the achievements of our students in Fylde College, Furness College, Barrow, and PhD graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology, as well as our Master of Engineering cohort. Just a word about our PhDs who are graduating. You will perhaps know, or maybe don't know, that to do a PhD degree is something truly unique, because in order to qualify, you have to discover something that nobody knew. You have to invent something, you have to create something that is entirely new and do original research. And moreover, not only do you have to discover it, you have to write it up and then defend your discovery in the face of world experts in their field. It is a singular achievement, and we will celebrate our PhD students early on in the ceremony. And you will also get to hear the titles of their PhD theses. They will be, I anticipate, an enigmatic group of titles which may leave you asking more questions, and that's exactly the idea of research. For those graduating through undergraduate degrees, I'm sure that your college has played an important part of your time here. Our colleges are wonderful in providing support, a sense of community, a focus for social life, and a great help in forming lifelong friendships. They're also really good for creating that bit of intercollegiate rivalry and competition. So, whether you're receiving an undergraduate degree or a doctoral degree, we all offer you our sincere congratulations. Now, this is a formal occasion, but it is also an event to be enjoyed. So I encourage you all to applaud loudly and enthusiastically at the appropriate point in the ceremony, because this is a day of celebration, and it's a day that may well, given the hour, extend now into the night. For today, you are claiming what you've earned. Nothing has been easily obtained, and a graduation ceremony recognises the commitment that each of you graduating has given to your chosen field and your studies. And as you walk across the stage, those steps are symbolic of the steps of hard work and progress you have made. And then you will shake my hand and then move on, and that will be indicative of the new opportunities that you're stepping into. So as you make that transition, this is your moment. Take your time. Enjoy the applause. It is for you. And then you will step out as a Lancaster graduate. And it's the end of one era, but the beginning of a new one. For you will be joining a community of many thousands of Lancaster graduates who come from every corner of the world. And you are joining a network which will provide you with support and advice and friendship throughout your lives. Do keep in touch. Do also make sure that you grab your free T-shirt, which will be found in the Alumni Colleagues Roundhouse stall. Our students, our graduates, you are our finest ambassadors. And it is our hope that wherever that future takes you, you will continue to remember Lancaster and help us build our reputation with all that you go on to do. You will be changing the world for the better. And what you have learnt, you will carry with you for the rest of your lives. As you do that, our end of the bargain is to keep up the value, the enduring value indeed, of the qualification that you've completed. We see that in the reputation of the university as fleshed out in league tables, in the top dozen of universities in the UK, and 122nd now in the world ranking of more than 1,000 leading universities. Our ambition is to get into the top 100, of course, but it is that ambition to retain and grow the reputation of this degree, and therefore the reputation of the education that you have so rightly and so hard-workingly won. As you go, you've actually left your mark on this university in so many ways. For example, it was in no small measure through your urging that we've made strides in our commitment to be a more sustainable university. Beyond the wind turbine, we now will be opening a solar photovoltaic farm, and we rank among the top 10 universities in this measure of being sustainable. We're actually one of the highest producers of renewable energy of all UK universities. We've reduced our emissions for heating by more than 50% in recent years, and we are committed to being carbon neutral by 2035. That has been driven by the student voice as much as the pressing needs of society for climate change and tackling it. We're doing that by building sustainability into our areas of study and all areas of academic life, and our researchers, maybe some of those graduating today, have worked on very significant projects to bring sustainability about both here and all around the world. But this is a university that is equally committed to our local region as well as the global. Many of you, during your time in Lancaster, may well have volunteered and supported the communities in Lancaster and in Morecambe. And many of you will go out to do yet more for the Northwest, perhaps working as medics in hospitals, bringing energy to the spin-out companies that this university forms and making huge impact. And as a university, we've been working hard to bring the Eden Project to Morecambe and also to develop the Morecambe Bay curriculum. It's a unique community-created curriculum which is designed to equip and inspire young people with the skills they need to look after both themselves and the planet. It's an excellence that we have at Lancaster that is revealed right across our disciplinary mix, and it allows us to bring the disciplines together to solve some of the toughest global problems. And we are a global university. We're open to the world. We have a network of campuses overseas. So what you see in your visit here, if it's your first time or your umpteenth time to Lancaster, is only a fraction of what Lancaster is doing. Our overseas campuses in China, Germany, Ghana, and Malaysia will graduate a further 8,000 students who will get a Lancaster degree but perhaps never step foot in this part of the world. They're part of a global community that is linked not just overseas, but with regional partnerships too. We're also particularly proud of the fact that many students have come from all over the world to study here in Lancaster. At latest count, we have 183 different countries represented. And our staff too come all over the world too, and it brings a rich diversity to the campus, both educationally and culturally, and prepares our students for life in an increasingly global and connected society. So this university has many successes, but the thing that is core to this university is its people. And every single one of you who is successful today in graduating, I'm sure has been supported by a team, perhaps represented here in your supporters, whether it's family, friends, partners, colleagues who may have worked with you. Staff members at the university have helped you achieve your dreams and aspirations while here. So while this is a day that is rightly focused on you, our graduands becoming graduates, do take some point in the day to thank those who have supported you through that journey. I'm sure theirs has made a difference during tough times as well as good times. And I'm so delighted that so many of your friends and family have been able to come here today. So, as I conclude, you're joining a very special community as you graduate. We have more than 170,000 graduates of Lancaster University, and you join that throng. It's a community that expresses the very best of today's world. You will go on, like your peers, to achieve great things, to be wonderful thinkers, top leaders in your field. But more important than all of that, you will go with Lancaster's values, thinking about people and making a difference, building communities. Whether you do that in industry, in charity, in private companies, in public service, you will do that by contributing and adding to the values of Lancaster University. You've come from many different backgrounds and you will end up, I'm sure, living in many different parts of the world. But you are bound together by a common history and a common thread. So when you leave here, you will take something of Lancaster with you. You'll take memories, I'm sure. You'll take the friendships that you've made. You will remember the staff who've taught and supported you. You might even remember some of the knowledge that you've gained. But above all, what I hope you take away from you is something of that resilience that you've developed here, what you've learnt about yourselves, that by persevering, it pays off, and that if you follow your dreams, you will achieve great things. So congratulations once again. I wish you the very best for your future lives, whichever paths they take. Many congratulations, well done, and thank you.
Please, may all PhD graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology stand. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of the Faculty of Science and Technology who are worthy to receive higher degrees of the university. And just to note for the audience, these are PhD graduates, and I will be reading out their names as well as the thesis title. So please hold off the applause until that's been completed. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Michael Alvish de Lima, terahertz technology for PEM fuel cell applications. Jamela Victor Amechi, novel design, hydrodynamic and mechanics of marine hoses in oil gas applications. Yasmin Nasiri, quantum Monte Carlo study of van der Waals systems. Andrew Bainbridge, mid-infrared resonant cavity enhanced photodetectors. William Henry Banks, silicon sensitization and light harvesting using LB monolayers. Betty Beament, tailoring biodegradable copolymer microstructure through initiator design. Stuart Barrow, the development of novel bio-based polymeric materials for insulating foams. Amelia Veronica Edwards, expand LLRF developments and waveguide interferometry for high-power click test stands at CERN. Matthew James Fong, novel physical security devices exploiting the optical properties of low-dimensional materials. Matthew John Askew, computational and experimental study of silk fibroin polymer electrolyte for transient batteries. Carl William Holmquist, investigation of post-processing resistivity modification methods for HVC MOS pixel detectors. Chloe Louise Howells, investigating benzimidazole-based fluorophores for their biological activities. Jack Philip Kaufman, confinement of pneumatic and chiral pneumatic systems and their response to external stimuli. Amy Lloyd Stubbs, inflation and cosmology in Palatini gravity. Gillian Ledlow, palladium catalyzed decarboxylative asymmetric allylic alkylation of thietane dioxides. Paolo Pinto, geometrical interpretation of multipoles and moment on differential manifolds. Thomas Adam Siemens, transport properties of driven topological systems. Joshua Thomas Lees Wardrop, like watching paint dry, design and development of a circular economy in paint manufacturing. Yu-Chi Wu, intelligent wind turbine condition monitoring. Yi Yin, electron beam weld shape prediction based on electron beam probing technology. Please, may all PhD graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology stand.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of the Faculty of Science and Technology the degrees for which they have been presented. Many, many congratulations to you all. Well done.
Please may all Fylde College graduands stand. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Fylde College who have completed first degrees of the university. For the degree of Master of Physics, Seth Bennett. Awais Gunni. Alex Mitchell. For the degree of Master in Science, Helena Maria Bajurska. Oliver Ewer. Fiona Gibson. Matthew Lee Smith. Ella Sophia Manandrews. Roscoe Martin. Richard James Piercy. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Megan Louise Alliston. Karina Aliana Ashraf. Demae Natalia Banks. Zachariah Bates. Francesca Ann Bohr. Rebecca Louise Nell Baxter. Ethan James Blann. Hugh Alexander Blythe. Matthew James Brown. Nikolai Brown. Amy Catherine Book. Charlotte Elizabeth Birchill. James Chow. Matilda Conway. Imogen Margaret Drummond Cunliffe. Ramiz Jamal Cuthbert. Ryan Andrew Davies. Adrienne Marie Capucine de Brier. Imogen Joanne Dickens. Abigail Eleanor Eves. Carolyn Edwards. Lucy Edwards. Amrin Gholam. Henry Graver. Chloe Elizabeth Green. Lily Mae Hilton. Amelia Hodgson. Safi Mia Spencer Howell. Serena Esme Ikram. Jessica Johnson. Bethan Charlotte Jones. Alexandra Olivia Koloshko. Kate Ellen Lowe. Peter Henry Lum. Sifung Ma. Elizabeth Maslak. Melissa Jane McNulty. Amelia Jean Ann Mellors. Joy Tsunyi Mok. Adam Monaghan. Thomas Monk. Summer Muirhead. Kayi Nye. Heather North. Isabella Okamfat. James Harry Parkin. Huzaifa Patel. Sham Patel. Theodora Prastiti. Clarissa de Burgess. Thomas Alexander Robertson. Maxon Russell. Alessandro Sardo. Nadia Sharp. Charlie Jacob Silvert. Stan Smith. Anisa Sultana. Saskia Walbridge. Rose Warburton. Si-Chin Wong. Victoria Isabel Rose White. Lauren Kate Wyatt. Huandang Yuan Chang. Xiao Zhao. Yanyang Song. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, John George Derrick Acasta. Alice Ali. Charlie James Beresford. George Oliver Peyton Dolling. Adam Greenbank. Hamza Isap. George Peter Jones. Joel Keeling. Abby Elizabeth Luton. Suleiman Adam Mehta. Christos Relay. Julien Philippe Russ. Uzair Sidat. Alexandra Camille Thomas Vidal. Benjamin Kyle Vincent. Jamal Youssef. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Callista Akins. Harry Barnes. Maddie Batten. Adam Martin Binner. Liam Andrew Bolter. Grace Elizabeth Buchanan Avery. Wing Lam Chan. Lawrence Marcus Dak Zier Chanwensky. James Cousins. Sadia Kumar. Georgius Dorotheo. Sam Ryan Dudman. Aaron Ernst Eggins. Tobias Crossley. Peter William Elder. Gemma Esgate. Max Esplee. Samuel Edward Farr. Hashim Fuzzle. Rachel Green. Alice Neve Grennan. Uvini Vyathma Vikrama Singh Gunasekara. Katie Hamilton. Alice Rose Hanforth. Alyssa Abigail Hill. Rebecca Jane Hodgkiss. Sitang Ho Rung Rang. Nathan Daniel Howell. James Edward Hoyle. Wan Chi Huang. Laiba Imran Ibrahim. Chloe Lucy Jennings. Chok Lun Jim. Tanvi Kampli. Nikki Kachiari. Chloe Kittis. Wing Shi Lam. Wang Chuan Li. Jake Matthew Lovell. Lauren Ann Moriarty. Robert James Orme. Grace Elizabeth Roberts. Georgina Sanders Lumsdain. Morgan Rees George Smith. Yi Song. Anais Stranks. Aliza Suleiman. Alice Sutcliffe. Panagiotis Tekis. Uwais Wadiwala. Hoiman Yong. Xiong Zewan Zhang. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Eleanor Alexandra Amis King. Emily Baker. Sophie Bateson. Adina Florentina Kivaran. Adam Fisher. Brooke Ashley Harrington. Joseph James Healy. Ellie Mae Henson. Choman Look. Sinachi Mama. Joseph Marcio. Asvika Munusami Arun. Adil Natha. Faith Oluwape Lomi Oyenikan. Radhika Shadir Patel. Kyriakos Poisi. Benjamin James Powell. Renee Simba Negavi. Chinonyerem Ugo Nagadi Chinaze Kapiri. Saida Mahek Ali Kirmani. Please, may all Fylde College graduates stand.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Fylde College the first degrees for which they have been presented. Many, many congratulations to all of you. Well done.
Please, may all graduates from Furness College, Barrow, stand. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Furness College who have completed first degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Ruth Archer. John Barr. Paul Bland. Jamie Briggs. Rebecca Devlin. Nathan Goldsworthy. Freya Ingham. Daryl Johnson. Luke Reed. Niall Smith. Alistair Speed. James Tracy. Please may all graduates from Furness College stand.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Furness College, Barrow the first degrees for which they have been presented. Well done, congratulations.
Please, may all graduates who have completed a Master of Engineering programme stand. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of the Faculty of Science and Technology who have completed first degrees of the university. For the degree of Master of Engineering, Hunain Ahmed. Ali Al-Dili. Gregory Michael Allen. William Austin. James Barker. Thomas Elliott Baxter. Matthew Benfield. Daniel Bossens. Andrew James Brown. Luke Burton Shaw. Daniel Camp. Liam Cantwell. Elish Ann Chambers. Zachariah Chitty. William Chok Wing. Felix Ethan Clyde. Raphael Collinson. Maximilian Peter Daniel Nid. Lucy Dempster. Grace Rosemary Denier. Dainso Lillian Douglas. Mark Dubois. Michael Elmore. Robert Alexander Eaves. Connor Farrell John. Christopher Ford Cooper. Connor Gillan. Benjamin Thomas Green. Luke Hartley. Matthew Thomas Hassel. Robert James Heath. Marcus Gordon Holmes. Benjamin Alexander Hussey. Dominic Matthew Johnson. Oshan Claire Jones. Mohammed Yusuf Khan. Tse Yung Kwok. Michael James Laidlaw. James Lowry. Craig Austin Lyons. Thomas McKay. Thomas Mason. Connell Hugh Paul McGorran. Patrick Gavin McLean. Cameron Charles Moore. Luke Wilmot. Guy Mullins. Sophia O'Day. Joel Offord. Stephen Carl Orrit. Iwana Paskariou. Vikan Kumar Patel. Umrit Kaur. Dominic Pixton. Matthew William Michael Priestley. George Prigoff. Elisha Zara Binti Rashina. Christopher Jack Redfern. William Scriven. Marcus Piero Serio Joseph. George Sheard. Abhinav Sinha. Martin Smirgais. Samuel William Palmer Stolbras. Evie Victoria Stokes. John Michael Taverner. John Alexander Thollen. Andrew Thomas. George Leo Allen Wallace. Matthew Richard Wilde. Finlay Wilkinson. Olivia Fern Williams. Please, may all graduates who have completed a Master of Engineering programme stand.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer on these Faculty of Science and Technology Master of Engineering students who've awarded their first degrees many, many congratulations to all of you. Well done. Our ceremony is almost at an end. We've had some very carefully choreographed walks across the stage, just one selfie, some delicate doffing of hats at various things, and lots of standing and sitting, and lots of clapping and lots of celebration. You don't get to see, as close up as I do, the magnificent smiles that leave me with such a sense of optimism for our future as we see our students becoming graduates and going out from here into the world to change the world for the better. You've all done so fantastically well. It's been great to be a part of that celebration. But I now must bring the ceremony to a close with the following words. I now declare closed this congregation of the University of Lancaster. Long may the university prosper.